What's going on, YouTube? This is wwjoshdew, and I've got a video today on something that was sent to me. I did get emailed about this probably like a couple months ago or a few months ago. I don't quite remember the date, but I was working and I just missed the notification and never went back and rechecked it. And then I finally emailed the people back and replied and was like, yep. So they did email me and asked me if I wanted to review this thing, and I said, sure, why not? I'm into little stuff like this. If you remember from the video I did a while back of this little guy, this is the significant upgrade. I mean, just the size of it is bigger, and it's got more features than this one does, and we'll go ahead and go over all that. So let's go ahead. Oh, it looks like the seal is broken. This was sent to me, so don't freak out. I did not buy this, so if you buy it from Amazon or their website or wherever you purchase it from, it should be sealed. So we've got some information here about the Fanless PC stick. You've got a deal to get a percentage off. On here it says you've got an Ethernet port, a power button, a power input, 5 volts, USB 3.0, which is exciting, and USB 2.0. So 2 USB ports, unlike the single 1 USB port you had on this one. You've got a headphone jack, which off this one there was nothing down here at all. And you've got an Ethernet port, Kensington lock, a card reader, and then your output. So it does take a 5-volt, 3-amp power adapter. I have lost the power adapter to this one, so I'm kind of hoping this power adapter works to this one as well, because I haven't been able to use it. I looked everywhere, tore this room apart. You got a little extender cable, which is awesome because we're going to be using a monitor that's in front of us, and we're going to need it's going to be nice to have a way to make this a little bit longer of a connection. So there you have it. So it looks like you have like adapter faceplate here. Put that on, get it some nice power. I'll get a nice close-up of that in case you lose your power adapter and you need to find a replacement for it. It'd been nice to see this information. I actually watched my older video and I did not do this, so I was trying to find another adapter that would give it the same like rating as this one, but did not find it. So 5 volts and 3 amps. There you go, and that should be good enough. Here's the actual device. Oh, so much bigger. It's just basically going to give you a warning that the surface can be hot. If you have any children or babies or anything, they will definitely not enjoy touching this. It might be a little upset. So this right here is your power button. This is to give it power. USB 3.0 and then 2.0. So you can actually hook a mouse and keyboard kit dongle, like 2-in-1 up to this one. Then you can hook up a phone. What actually, oddly enough, what I use my other one for is to root phones, because I can, troubleshoot stuff easier. And if I need to reset or install something that I may not want to normally install on my main computer, actually use these little things to root devices. It's pretty awesome. Well, this is a very nice addition here. The Ethernet port, it's got little lights for activity, letting you know it's connected, and then if activity's going on, your Kensington lock, and then for audio, so if you want to hook up some better speakers, other than like maybe your monitor doesn't have speakers and you want to hook speakers up to it. Now there's a way to get that sound to another device. And then over here, if you lift this antenna up, there's the micro SD card slot. So you can go ahead and expand storage, and you can actually hook this up and make it a torrent device. Get you a 64 gig or 128 gig micro SD card and store torrents on it. If you want to use something like this, that's on 24/7, drawing not much power at all. All right, let's go ahead and give this thing power. Little light turned blue right there. Let's connect this to the back of our monitor. Hook it up to our little extender thing here. Got my mouse pad, got my Anchor mouse. It's a little dirty and dusty, sorry about that. And then my keyboard. And both of these just use one little dongle here. Go ahead and plug this into the USB 2.0 port. Let me go ahead and change the camera around. Okay, the little light's red. Let's go ahead and press the power button on here. And it should turn, let's hold it. And it just turned blue. Monitor is in standby waiting for a signal, so it should light up here and turn on. It just turned blue. Cool. We've got a signal. We've got our mouse and keyboard hooked up. It should be a standard little simple setup process. I'm going to go ahead and save you all the time and fast forward through this. While this is going on, I want to go ahead and say a couple things real quick. There is a 2 gig and a 4 gig model. If you plan on using this thing for some more, like video watching and more extensive tasks, I would definitely go with the 4 gigs, because with 2 gigs, Windows is going to use a significant portion of that just to run Windows. So with 4 gigs, it gives you a little more, like room to play around with things and do things. I feel like 4 is the perfect amount for a device such as this. We'll go to performance here, and this is definitely the 4 gig model. So there you go. Windows itself is using 1.4 gigs. Be thankful you do not have a 2 gig. My goodness. And also, if you want to go ahead, you can unhook the HDMI and basically just log into this thing from another source, like on your phone or another computer. And you could literally just, as long as you provide power to it and internet, it could just be sitting in a closet somewhere downloading stuff all day or running all night like a server or something. And then use that little USB 3.0 port for an external hard drive. Use the micro SD card slot if you don't want anything hanging off of it, or to give anything some additional power and stuff like that. All right, OneDrive was absolutely killing our computer. All right, let's go ahead and open up the web browser here. Obviously, you can install Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or whatever you want to use later on in the future. Let's go to youtube.com/whatwouldjoshdew. Person who made this video. So there you go. Slowly but surely getting there to 200,194. I don't get to make videos as much as I used to, because I do have a job, and on my days that I work, I get home, I've been on my feet for 8 hours, and I kind of don't feel like coming home and making a video. So today's my day off, and so I'm making a few videos today, and I'll, upload them throughout the week. So there you go. There's my YouTube channel there. And I'm actually in the process of getting a P.O. box, so I'm going to need some help. I can't remember how to change this. I might put like a, P.O. box, blah, 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 and a little disclaimer. It says, if you send me something without letting me know you're sending it, then don't expect a video unless I want to make a video on it. Because I get emails all the time like, hey, check this out. And I'm like, no, I'm not really interested in that. I've done that a whole lot. No thanks. Let's go ahead and try to play a video here. This is the Azulle Fanless PC. I actually have it. I'm using it right now. I use it for various different things. I've also used this for rooting devices. This should be a good little way to see how good the video is as well. All right, so we'll go full screen here. You can hear the audio playing through the speakers on the monitor. Doesn't seem to be any lag. It is playing in 1080p here. We'll go ahead and skip forward. Doesn't seem to be any lag or stuttering or anything like that. One thing we can do is go ahead and open up Task Manager and see how this sucker's performing under this little load here. 20% CPU usage, just under 2 gigs of RAM, so we've got 2 gigs left almost. Definitely get this one. If you had 2 gigs, you would be maxing out right now just opening one tab and watching a video. So definitely, please save yourself trouble, spend a little bit extra money, get the 4 gig version. I don't know what else to test. Obviously, media playback is working fine, so you should be able to browse Facebook and maybe play some internet games or something, or even a tiny little game that doesn't use much, computer sources, and play that on here and sync up a controller to this sucker. Maybe use a USB Xbox or PlayStation controller. And you can go ahead and sync up a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard if you don't want to use the USB port on here to use a mouse and keyboard that's using USB. So it's already, the Bluetooth built into this thing's already picking up devices that are ready to pair in my apartment. I'm very sorry for using my Note 5 to record this. So I've got my pluggable little mouse here, and then I've got my pluggable keyboard right here, and there's no ports coming out of this thing at all except the power and of course the HDMI. And so now I am able to type. So find a setting and we'll type G on here. GGG, and then this button and that button, and then we'll hit the backspace button. So we've got a mouse and a keyboard connected to the built-in Bluetooth on this thing, and let's move the little mouse down here. See, there you go. There's the mouse, and then we can go here and search for something. So pretty awesome, pretty cool. This is really freaking awesome. Don't need any USB ports, so I can hook up a USB port to my phone and I can go ahead and do diagnostics or root it or something, and I don't need any USB ports being used at all. I will have a link to this in the description as well. I will have a link to this little guy in the description below if you want to go ahead and pick one up for yourself. Maybe if you have a family member who doesn't have a computer at all. I was actually going to give this to my mother-in-law because her computer died completely, but I don't have a way to power it. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not doing so already. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new here. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.